I love Red with his angry outbursts, and he just gets away with what we would like to do maybe when we were all angry.
Right.
What little things in life really grind your gears and that would make you perhaps as angry as Red?
As angry as Red, I think when people forget their manners, that's a big thing. I can't remember if we did if it ended up in the movie, but like a little one would be holding the door, holding the door open for people, and then people not saying thank you, or at least not even like eye contact. It's like that seems odd. It's like it's not my occupation, door opener holder. But anytime we especially in New York, we're around a lot of people, and when one lives an existence of forgetting that they're around other people, it's always a little bit of my eyebrows probably twitch in a similar way as Red's.
And there's so much attention to humorous detail within the design of the film.
Mm-hmm.
I love the nap bar.
Mm-hmm, right.
What were some of the standout ideas that really impressed you?
Gosh, I mean, I haven't seen the full film completely done, but I just thought it was really clever that the biggest punishment you could have in the world of the Angry Birds, this bird island, was to go to anger management. I just thought that was, it reminded me of a movie that not many kids would know, and nor should they, but I think the parents would understand. It reminded me of like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It was like Jack Nicholson being brought into this amazing, interesting world where he didn't feel like he belonged, and what is this going to help? And yet, he it's a beautiful story, a beautiful movie that shares many more dramatic undertones than this film. But I think just the idea of any of us feeling like an outsider in a world of people that may not understand us, I think is a very human quality, regardless of age and where you're raised. I think we all feel like that on a day-to-day basis, for better or worse.
And the screenplay by John Vitti, a veteran of animation comedies, The Simpsons, King of the Hill. How impressed were you with the universal humor that he brought into the script?
I love that. Yeah, I'm a big proponent of that, and it's one of the things that heals us as people, is the ability to laugh with and on occasion at each other, and sometimes at ourselves. What better training than 20 plus years on The Simpsons, for goodness sakes. I mean, yeah, the guy's forgotten more about writing jokes than I've ever known. So I was very, very pleased to know that his involvement early on.
And as a parent, it must be nice to make films like this that children will probably watch over and over again, I expect.
Yeah. I mean, he's our little guy is not even 2 yet, so he likes things. However long the Beyonce Singles Lady video is, that's his go-to time limit right now. He probably has watched that enough, to equal an hour and a half, or a full-length feature in a row. But it's tough to compete with Beyonce and dancers doing choreography. But I think this movie will. I'm excited for him to see it. He loves watching the trailer, But if I can get him to sit down for 2 hours at a time, I'd probably show him, this, and I don't know. I think he should see. He's never seen Taxi Driver. We'll go through all the classics. We'll get him going.
And we've had so many versions of the Angry Birds games.
Yes.
There's been Star Wars, Transformers, Rio. What would you like to be the next one, and why?
Ooh, all right. Foo Fighters. Where it's like, all the guys in the band, Pat and Dave, Nate, Taylor, all of them just, their bird version of themselves flying across the air. Foo Fighters, Angry Birds.
That's not an answer I expected.
Make it happen. That's how good of an idea it is.
And how much Angry Bird game playing happened between cast and filmmakers during making the film?
Not much. At least not for me. No, I've barely played the thing. The other people, unfortunately, we don't get to hang around each other enough. When making it, we're all in the booth by ourselves in some weird part of the world. Not that Manhattan's that weird, but different places. But I would say, for me, I've spent more time pretending to be in the game than playing the game, which I think is, which I'm okay with. I have a tendency to play my games like on home consoles or pinball inside bars around this great country, this great continent of ours.
And the Angry Birds movie Scream sequel already, even if it was just for those gorgeous little hatchlings, would you be up for making more?
Well, I don't, I can't sit here and give away my my bartering, my deal making, power here, but But for heaven's sakes, I mean, who am I to get in the way of what the people want? They may not even know they want it yet until they see it. Then they're like, you know what? I want to do that again, but with different words, but with the same voices. If that echoes and ripples throughout society, yeah, I could see being involved again. It'd be, you know, there'll always be pigs. There'll always be birds.
And finally, what can audiences look forward to seeing you in next?
Me. Gosh, what else have I got going on? I think the very next thing that comes out is a movie that premieres at Tribeca called Devil in Deep Blue Sea with me and Maisie Williams from Game of Thrones.
Look forward to that one. Jason Sudeikis, pleasure. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey, you guys!